Hello everyone, it's your favorite YouTuber in the whole wide universe, TheLetterTen. Today I'm going to review Angelo and Deemon, one hell of a quest. This game is made by Special Bit. They are located in Ukraine. As always, I'm going to go through the options here, and you can see there's the standard things: resolution, language, audio. Now this is a classic-esque adventure game, but it's point and click adventure like those old LucasArts games from the 80s and 90s. I would compare this most to Sam and Max Hit the Road or Day of the Tentacle. It's not as in-depth as those games, because this game is like a simplified version of it, but I do like the game. And of course, as always, you can find additional information in the description box. Now, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the story or the plot. You start as the Grim Reaper, and you're out to kill somebody. This is Angelo, an he's not an inspiring YouTuber. He's got 850,000 subscribers, allegedly. The Reaper is out to kill somebody, but accidentally kills the wrong person because the number gets switched on his door. Kind of cliche. Other games have done it, some better, some worse. Same with movies, television, comics, songs, I'm sure. Cloud paintings. Cloud paintings? Is that even a thing? And Angelo seeing the opportunity, he seizes the opportunity to, I'll go to hell, and he takes pictures and video. And eventually he runs into a little demon called Deemon. Deemon is a rapper. I don't know if he is a rapping demon or is a person who was a rapper and they got turned into a demon. I liked the game. The puzzles are mostly straightforward, and I will get into that in a bit. The humor, the writing, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not I don't know what's a good thing to refer it to. The writing isn't the best. If you're like a fan of like After Party or Oxenfree by that studio, you may not like this. However, if you like those old adventure games, you will, I'm fairly certain you will like this game. Now let's talk about the writing.
Let me fix it.
So the voice actors do a fantastic job in this game. Even the creator cameo towards the end, fantastic job. The problem that I've seen other people talk about, and I won't go that far, they said, well, it seems like they just took the original language and threw it into Google Translate, and then that's it. I won't go as far as saying that is the case. I do think they did struggle with the translation, because there are a couple grammar errors and spelling errors I've noticed throughout the game, where you'll see the subtitles and hear the voice actors speaking the lines, and they'll say something a bit different, a wording. There might be a couple letters out of place. Two has, as an also or additional, T-O-O, two O's, not one O. That I've seen that before. There's Deemon. Now, I like the style in the game, for the most part. If you look at Angelo here, you look at that robot on the left, the couch, sofa, whatever, the train, they kind of have this flat 2D style. I mean, there's still a little bit of lighting, it's not overdone. And then you look at Deemon, and he looks like he was super sculpted. Like, it kind of reminds me of those gross out close-ups from Ren and Stimpy and SpongeBob. I'm not going that far, but the art style does seem to be inconsistent. I love all the backgrounds. Everything was hand-painted. Well, not with probably real paint, but, digitally. And you can tell there was a lot of care and thought and effort going into the designs. And then there's some stuff that seems to be, what were they doing? I don't know if it's intentional to have Deemon or like the Devil Lady coming up to be more grotesque and be more realistic looking. But looking at the biker here, which by the way reminded me of Brutal Legends, just on the design aspect. Again, another great game, except for those weird real-time strategy sections. The puzzles They are mostly well done, like I said before. But there have been a couple times where I had to rely on the hint system in order to get hints, very vague hints, or sometimes very specific hints. You have to pull up your menu, click your phone, and Sarah will give you a hint. Sometimes I had to do 4 or 5 times because I'm absolutely stumped. I try not to look up a tutorial online because I don't want to. In puzzle games, I don't care if the whole plot is spoiled, but the actual solutions, I don't like being spoiled on that. That's like my one rule. Whenever I stream or do anything else, I like, don't tell me how to do the puzzle. Let me try to figure it out. Another complaint I've seen with the writing is, oh, they make too much references or cultural references, and their jokes are very cringy. One, yeah, they make a lot of references, but this is 2019. Get over it. Everybody does that. And two, the cringy part, I can kind of understand that, but I feel like when they make these references, they make these jokes. They're one, making fun of the jokes or reference that they mentioned, and two, I think they're making fun of themselves, and the game doesn't take itself too seriously when it comes to the humor. It's self-depreciating in a lot of ways, and I like that. It reminds me of old episodes of Faulty Towers, the old British show with John Cleese. There are a couple of mini puzzle games, like this music one. There's one with some blades spinning around. There's a soul trap towards the end, which I thought were okay. I mean, I wish there were more, or they were a little bit more detailed. Like, on the music part, I thought, oh, I'd have to actually, like, press notes. No, you just click on a couple of things. Now, this is the thing, when I got here on this world map, is the thing that really sold me on the game. I already was enjoying having mild chuckles, but this reminds me straight out of Monkey Island. And I like that. Yeah, you can't go everywhere. You can't go to lava. You can't go to the island. You can't go to the shore from here. You have to go back to the station and then hop on a chair, and that slings you over there. It's a bit weird. The characters you meet, they are either really interesting and not fleshed out too much, or you just briefly meet them, barely interact with them, and that's it. Like, there's a guy at the station. You don't interact with him until the very end of the game. Spoilers, by the way. This guy, he can only text because he got in a car accident while texting while driving. Social commentary, right? I love this bar. I love the bartender. It reminds me of something from Tim Burton. You got it here. Oh, sorry, the creature, the eternal evil. You got references to horror things. You got the witch. You got the ring lady on the back, Dracula, and other horror movie influences. But this game is very much a comedy game. And the humor, I am not bothered by the humor. I know some people will be turned off by that, but just on the humor, I'd recommend it right away. I mean, it's only $14.99 on Steam. I mean, you can wait for it to go on sale, but I think $14.99 is a very fair price, even though the game, your first time, is going to take you about 3 hours. Now, this monk, and there's also a samurai fish later on, they have very exaggerated Asian accents. But then I watched the comments and I looked it up. It's a white guy. I'm not gonna scream racist or whatever. It made me feel a little uncomfortable, rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, they did a great job. I was like, I was like, this is really good. I don't think it's a white guy, and then it's probably a white guy. Now this area, the club back office, the Devil's Lair, whatever. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about with the contrast. There's some flat things and there's some grotesque things. There's that samurai fish on the right with the bone dog. And I just wish some of the other stuff you can interact with. Now, I do like it, though. You can pull out your camera on your phone and you can take a picture. And you can get achievements and everything else. I wish there was like a score or a tally say, oh, you got more subscribers or sponsorship because of the pictures you take and everything else. So it feels like that was not even touched upon, other than, oh, he's a YouTuber and he takes pictures and that's it. This computer hacker that you just saw is a cameo from the developers. Very cool. And like I've said before, I love all the voice acting. This lady, she does the Secretary and the Devil, and I mean, you can tell she's recording in her home because this is a small indie game. And that's why I'm not really going to hold any of these negative things as anything bad about it. I mean, yeah, you can have your own opinion, but I think my criticism and the criticisms of others will help them because they have a really good base here. Some of the plot lines just don't go anywhere, but I'm going to look forward to their next game. I definitely want to play it. I will review it in some form or fashion. I don't know if YouTube will still be a thing. Maybe we'll just be broadcasting from our brains. That was a dumb idea. I do recommend this game, Angelo and Deemon. Again, in the description box, go check it out, buy it if you like it. But I want to thank you so much for watching and putting up with me, even though it's been a while since I got a review out because of new meds and blah, 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 blah. But stay forward. Look forward to some more reviews and other videos. But have a wonderful day, and I can't wait till the next one. Bye-bye.